welcome to the Twin Flame Divine Love reading for September 13th through the 20th, 2017. So, how are y'all feeling out there? Because these energies right now are a little different. They feel kind of heavy to me. For the feminine, like I said, they are going to have emotions around them and people being very emotional around them, but not really necessarily. It's just like sitting with it, being with it, and trying to help people with that. But the thing is, I really feel for this time right now that there has been that like hangman temporary pause, and the masculine is becoming, like I said, moving more toward the feminine, away from the karmic energy. And it was also some stuff that they were used to having around them, like I said, is somewhat of a comfort to them. But now that they're moving away from that and they're moving more toward the feminine, then the idea of the union and emotion, right? They were supposed to be very emotional at this time. One of those for us to help as well, but moving toward that emotion, that now they're starting to feel what the feminine had been feeling about things aren't moving enough and all that angsty kind of, this should be happening, why isn't it, and all these ideas. And now the feminine, I feel, is moving into a more calm, and please, feminine, for this week, try to be open, really open for messages, because it's going to help you move forward with this energy. And it's really at a time when we're being urged to, the earth itself, and it's just this major shift that's going on right now. All the weather that's been going on, all the rain, the hurricanes, and all of those things. It's just that there's like a detox going on, a clearing out. We're getting toward the end of the year, and there's this clearing out and new emotions coming through with all that watery effect. So right now we're having to kind of wait on that shift in order for us to step into more of who we are and our life purpose and what we're moving forward and doing. So the feminine is in a place of really, now it's just like a calm, a knowing of, okay, I'm ready for these messages. What's the next step? The masculine is going to be a little more like restless is what I'm feeling. Restless. And it's up to the feminine right now to take that balance and being calm and knowing, yes, these things are going to move forward, but it's also let's take some inventory at this time of what we've come through, where we are now, and kind of tweak it, change it up for the end of this year to really get into a place of where we started and where we wanted to be by this time. And I know there's some frustration out there because we haven't quite hit that, but we also have to go with what the tide of what the earth is doing and the divine timing. And this is also a time for the feminine to step into acceptance of the divine timing and the divine plan, okay? No matter how much we want to plan, it's about divine timing and divine plan. So hopefully this message has helped you all. Masculine, know that, yes, you're getting restless about all of this, but that's great, because that's where the feminine was when we weren't having any type of compassion or understanding, or like, why aren't they moving faster? Why isn't this going faster? Well, now we've stepped into our next phase, feminine, realizing, okay, we have to be open to these messages in order to know what to do now to move forward, because it also has to do with the path of the divine and what they have planned for this earth and for everyone, and how we are to spread our message of unconditional love, okay? So that's what energies I'm feeling for this week. So let's look at what the cards are wanting to tell us, what the angels and the fairies and all of our guides are wanting to tell us. I'm going back to my star spread. I've been guided to do that this week. And we're going to stick with the masculine doing the angel tarot and the feminine with the fairy tarot. So to see how we're balancing out, and if anything is synchronistic for the masculine and the feminine. And so it is a good energy that the masculine's going to be in, because they're really going to be wanting to move forward away from that karmic, just kind of comfortable energy. But also I urge the masculine to really pay attention to the energy you're putting out there through your frustration. try to dial it back a bit. It was definitely difficult for the feminine as well at that time when we were really going through it. And we still are. We're still going to have those energies. We still can get upset. But we're in more of a calming place. We're realizing, okay, there's only so much we can do, and the rest is up to the divine. So right now, they're just kind of urging us to wait, okay? We've done so much work, and we're so used to doing, and now to have to wait, but they're also urging us to wait because when that energy comes, it's going to be like it says, it's going to be quick, and it's going to push us forward quickly when it happens. So now is this time to just kind of sit in whatever's going on, get those messages, so when it does start to move forward, we are ready. And we've had some time to kind of relax. And that's needed because, you know, you're going to need a good amount of energy once it all kicks in. Okay? So, the relationship with love this week for the masculine is 9 of Fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So yeah, there it is. Don't give up. You know, they're having that passion, that angst, like I feel, and it's like, don't give up. Don't go back to what you knew. You know, you can keep moving forward. You know, focus on the things that you can do and for yourself. Still stay in that place of love yourself first, right? Protect what you have created. You've come this far, so stay within that and protect it while we kind of wait for the next step, okay, masculine? So having that passion still, staying within it, even though you're a little angsty, and believe that, yes, you can do this. Have that strength. Okay, and for the feminine, basis relationship of love this week, Queen of Winter. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now's the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individuals. And that's what we are also guided to do. Feminine is actually taking steps toward change. And doing that meaning change just basic things in your life. Try new things. Change up your routine. Show that this energy of I am willing to change, I have the courage to change, step out of your comfort zone, right? And really, just like the masculine had to step out of his karmic comfort zone, we're having to step out of our comfort zone to make some changes and open up this week to be guided to do so. So let go of any of the negativity like we've been urged before. And surrounding, I'm also feeling that we still have a little bit of fear surrounding what the union will be like, how it's going to affect us truly. Will it hold us back from the things we've been doing? And so letting go of that as well, knowing that it's divinely guided, it's divinely beautiful, and you will have everything you desire once we step into that. But there are some things that we still are having to let go of. So this week is what they're urging us within this love relationship, within our idea of love. There are some things from our past we still are needing to let go of. And so open up for those messages. And that's why we're kind of sitting there. In order for us to move forward and to change, we truly have to clear out all of the past, all that karmic energy. And so that's what they're helping us with. They're having us sit in this chariot, and it's moving forward. It is a little slow because look at the conditions, like I said, of the earth as well. Look at the weather conditions. So it's going to be a little bit slower. There's going to be some setback in a way, some resistance, right? But it is moving forward. And some of this resistance is our resistance to the change. So make little changes this week so we are more open to receiving more and more change. All right, so the past energies for the masculine to be aware of is 10 of Water. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. So he's still going to keep this with him, this idea that he can have this, so he can sit within there and protect it, okay? So these are the past energies that he finally realized this, yes, this can happen. And that's why he was moving away from that karmic energy toward the union and the feminine more. And now there's been this pause because of it. There's still some things for the feminine to clear out. This resistance to change, right? And, you know, and so there is this pause, but hold on to this, masculine. Okay, you've realized this, you're moving forward with this, hold on to this. This is what you protect, okay? From these, figuring it out now, and now you're going to sit in it still this week, which is great. This is what they're going to protect this week, that idea, that knowing of, yes, this is where I want to move forward. And so for the feminine, the energies from the past surrounding us this week, the dreamer, beautiful. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. Right? So we're wanting to start out, right? We've been pushing for let's change, but how much are we still being a little resistant to that change? Like I said, change up what you're doing little by little, change that routine, and then change will come, more and more change will come into your life, and you'll have more of a comfort. Knowing that the divine is there to protect you on this journey. Okay, so our dreams that we've had, yes, like I said, also take that inventory, tweak them a bit, and really let go of the past energies of what we saw love to be or relationships to be. Did they hold you back in some way that you don't want the union to be that way? Things are poking at us. So open up, sit within it, right? As we're taking this pause of energy while the earth shifts and moves through to a better, more loving place. Thankful of us, you know, the divine is thankful that we are taking this journey and having this energy, because it also helps the earth to shift as well. So the present energies for the masculine to be aware of is, wow, life experience, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings, right? So this is like the tower, right? So yes, I'm feeling it this week. Very emotional for the masculine. Things are going to, what he had built up as an idea of what things should be like by now for himself as well, is slowly going to fall apart in a way. Some things are going to fall away and fall apart in a way. Like the moon had said, you know, secrets will come out and things are not as they seem. And it's not even like secrets. It's just what we thought might be happening by now is not as it seems, but it's going to be even better in timing. So for the masculine, these present energies right now, and it's number 7, so it's divinely guided by far. It's a significant change for you. Right? It's a change of what you thought should be. And now you're starting to feel what it should be. Feel what it could be, right? With those family energies and a contented life. You're going to start feeling that. Okay? And you're going to start to, their masculine's going to start spreading their wings in the way of, they're going to start really emerging through this ascension. But first, these emotions are having to come out. And this is that what's having to, you know, that tower's coming down, that past ideas are melting away, okay? And less in the head and more in the heart, and that's why they're going to become more emotional. But that's even better because it triggers them in realizing what to change as well, right? So this angsty feeling or being upset that you're not where you thought you would be isn't a bad thing. It's a reevaluation, just like even said for the feminine. So those things are kind of the same for the masculine and the feminine. So, and this is a major arcana, so it's definitely happening. So it's a significant life event this week, especially in emotional energies. Okay, so for the feminine to be aware of, wow, beautiful this week energies, the star. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. There it is. Happy changes. It's like I can't urge you enough to start making those little changes. Okay, we've been dreaming about them. We've had all our ideas. Have we actually taken steps? Have we made the changes needed to happen? I get this feeling, and they're saying to me, it's almost like spring cleaning. But even though we're going into the fall, we're letting things fall behind us, fall away. Let that tower fall away, masculine. And the feminine realizing, yes, be optimistic, right? So let go of that past karma of what we felt what a relationship was or the union is or the way we saw the masculine. I keep trying to put that out there because, you know, he can only change if we allow him to as well. If we keep him in this idea of what he is or was, is it really that possible in our eyes for him to change? So focus on the optimistic masculine and have faith, right? That everything's moving forward in divine timing and everything's going to work out for the best. And change and giving relief from challenging times. So another arcana, beautiful. In our present, we have 16 and 17 from different decks, okay? So it's like like I said, we've stepped into this knowing now and sit in it, right? And then the masculine right now is feeling all that angst and everything coming down and coming apart and just being like, oh, I just want to be there already where we used to be, right? So I guess the messages they gave me, it's just coming out again. So the future energies for the masculine to be aware of is Queen of Air. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation, right? Yes. So instead of being all angsty and angry and everything, it's just kind of going, oh geez, yeah, when I think I can actually totally control something, well, no, let me laugh at myself, because it's not about us being in total control. It's about giving up control to the divine so they can guide us perfectly to where we really desire to be, and then some, okay? Even better than we could even desire to be. So realizing, okay, they're going to balance out their head and their heart and make the decision that, okay, you know, being all upset and doing all this no longer serving me. Everything that fell away this week in my path was no longer serving me anyway, and let's just be a little more lighthearted about it. And for the feminine future energies to be aware of this week, 10 of Spring. Ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. So this is something we can be aware of, but ask for help from others. This is what I was saying, opening up those, to be given those messages from every aspect of your life. Making those changes, okay? And be a little playful about it, okay? Don't make it all about work, work, work. And we are always working on ourselves. So make it a little bit more playful. Like I said, at this time, try to just be within and take the time and rest a little bit. Play some, that's a part of rest. And get ready for these changes that are coming, okay? So let go of some of these responsibilities, these ideas. And the responsibility of we're always the one going first and working so hard at it, okay? Right now it's just to be and to let go and to release finally all of it, right? All right, and that's that spring cleaning, right? 10 of Spring. So what might be holding us back in the 3D for the masculine? 9 of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away, a love of life, right? Realizing, yes, your wishes can come true. And all your concerns and worry about how it's happening and when the tower's happening and everything falling apart, just let go of the concerns and worry. Let go of that control. Offer it up to the divine. And just love the life you're in right now. So more love can come to you. Okay? So for the feminine, what might be holding us back in the 3D? Prince of Autumn. Cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. All right, so, yeah, being way too cautious when we're making these changes in a way. All right, we're apprehensive about, if I do this, what's going to happen? I'm so used to doing what I have been doing, and if I make this change, I don't know, But guess what? It's a wise action because we're opening up and allowing the divine to guide us. Okay? And the meticulous attention to details, meaning being open for the messages and for the signs that they are giving us from every avenue, everything around us. It's going to be coming in every possible way. Be open to it, because the more we're open to it, the more signs they can give us, and the quicker we can make these changes. Okay? And being kind at this time to yourself, right? And the kindness toward others in the way of, like I said, other people are going to be emotional, and it's time for us to be helpful in that way. And we also are healed as well when we help others. Just give a smile, say hello. Right now with this change, see the green, the earth changing, You know, people are scrambling for that balance, and they're fearful. Like, this tower going on, and the feminine right now is just the core staying inside the earth while it's all moving like this, and we're just sitting in it, and we're learning from it, okay? So, positive action for the masculine to take this week. 3 of air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself and others. Yeah. See, the masculine, you've been walking away from this karmic energy. Take time to heal from that, okay? You're really wanting to push to the next point, but this is the time to heal from it, okay? It is sad when this is happening. There is sadness around it all, because you know, sometimes part of change is sadness, because you're walking away from something you knew for a long time. Even though you knew it might not be good for you, it's still there, that mourning period, and healing and realizing what's better for you, realizing the union and the feminine are of best for you, okay? And holding on to that idea of having a really contented, loving family life and that unconditional love. So this pause right now is to heal that, realize that, okay? And to heal your inner child as well. And for the feminine, what positive action can be taken? The Magician. Beautiful. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Yes. Yes. So we have the dreamer, right? That was our past energy. And then we have the star in our present. So yeah, keep with those dreams and wishes, right? And being open to receive the messages, knowing that this is happening, because we can do this. Realize we can do anything. So that's why when we start to get a little upset about changing and not knowing what things may be like, no, you can make that change in your life, and you can manifest whatever you need to be successful with it. Okay? So the present, what we can do to help us move forward for the masculine. 4 of earth. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. So, yes, also being within yourself and realizing, all right, am I, I'm feeling it's more of being more giving toward yourself, taking that time to do that, to heal, right? Yeah. Are you being too cautious with your emotions? Because I'm not saying the emotions this week for the masculine are wrong. I'm feeling, yes, go through them. Like I've guided the feminine before. Masculine, feel those emotions. They are red flags to what to work on and what to heal. So feel those emotions. Feel that angst. Feel that that pain, that sadness, whatever you're going through, feel it, okay? So don't be too cautious with your emotion, okay? And making good decisions in a way, like I'm not feeling the money part of this. It's being better towards yourself, masculine, realizing all these emotions and understanding that healing them with the green, healing them is going to give you, which is a 4, a better foundation to move forward within this union and with the feminine. And for the feminine, what we can do to help us move forward this week, wow, the World. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Yeah. Sitting in this, like I said, we're sitting in that. And the only thing left is our ideas surrounding relationships that we've had in our past. We can clear that, right? But a brilliant success. Yeah. And look at this, just being open to receiving it all and planting it, driving it down in there and knowing that it's going to be successful. We can go in any direction. We can make any type of changes we want, right? Because we are the Magician. Realize it this week. And we have major arcana through this whole reading. So the feminine is really getting gifted this week with a lot of energy as long as you stay open and keep releasing. And being there for others to learn our lessons, to learn what we can heal as well. And know that we can help others because of what we've been through. This journey helps us help others. And like I said, that's our life purpose on all levels. Doesn't mean that you do a job in that way or any of that. It's our life purpose to help on all levels, to help anyone who's around us by spreading that unconditional love. So be knowing, this is helping us move forward, knowing that we are going to be a brilliant success as long as we stay open and receive those divine messages. Realizing divine timing is at hand, which I feel that the feminine has really stepped into. The masculine is going to have to learn this. We've had to take some time to really learn it and to become more, patient surrounding divine timing, because we may think or feel it should be a certain way, and with the shifting that's going on with the earth and what we're needed for, they have to make changes as well, okay? So they're helping us by guiding us through those changes as long as we stay open for those messages. So the masculine is going to have to learn this. This is his life experience right now to learn this. The feminine has learned this, and knowing this, we will be a brilliant success. So what energies the divine is surrounding us with this week for the masculine? Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So, good news about financial matters, which just means life, good news in life and their abundance. So as long as they can get through all this stuff falling away, and all that stuff that's falling away no longer serves them, right? So good things can come in. Good news, more abundance, okay? Realizing, wanting to do something more challenging, yeah. Actually moving toward the union and away from the comfort on some levels from those karmic energies they had, okay? And a new area of study is realizing what's going on inside of them emotionally, so they can clear all that out and make better decisions. And the energy that divine is surrounding the feminine with this week, wow. The Hermit, like I said, find or be a mentor. There we are. We are going to be helping others. And we could also find help from others, right? Have them mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. And this is, like I said, we are going to be just that core sitting there while everything else is going around us with emotion and all the signs and synchronicities, and it's going to help us move forward and come to that end and move forward with that brilliant success within the world. Okay, so we're grounding ourselves more with the earth, which also why I feel like we're the core right now while everything is going on around us. It's almost like we were usually the emotional one, the dreamy one, the wishy one, right? In our presence. Now we know these things can happen, but now that actually the world is going through that type of emotional change, and we're the one that's strong because we've already planted ourselves, okay? And they're having to go through this emotional change and then re-establish. So we are actually the core right now. Beautiful. And they're giving us that energy to sit within it. And you're, saying take a break from society. Yeah, allow them to all have these emotions instead of us doing it. But being there for anything, because we will get messages from it, okay? So the outcome for energies for this week for the masculine is King of Fire. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. And this is look, that's like the divine masculine right there. Okay, so he's stepping, like I said, more into his divine masculine energy, focusing on what he can do with his emotions to make better decisions, to move forward with this fire, with this passion, not, using all these emotions as red flags for him to work on, right? And being more creative, being open to the divine and their creative divine timing and divine plan. Wow. And being that leader. Leading with their energy as well. Very beautiful. And for the feminine, the outcome energies to be aware of this week, awakening. Yeah. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Yeah, we're going to change our perspective, embrace our uniqueness, right? And the unique idea of the union and how beautiful it's going to be. And there's the temporary pause in action. So, I was right. So this week, there is that pause in action, but there are some steps we can take within our environment as well. And those are those little changes. Make those little changes. Change the way you're looking at the situation. That's a change as well, right? Which I said, let go of any of that karmic, what we feel a relationship is like, and how maybe we were held back from our uniqueness, right? Some of us are maybe a little afraid to truly step into our divine feminine and our life purpose for being judged even by the masculine. But that's changing, okay? That's the change. Knowing that the masculine loves your uniqueness. You can be open with it because they're your counterparts, okay? So they may have been more closed, but they're moving away from the earth, the karmic, and all of that. And they are a part of that emotional shift that's going on. While we stay in our uniqueness, embrace it, staying within it, right? To be that core, that hermit. Wow. So the feminine you have 1, 2, 3, or I said we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arcana. Okay, so this is major, but the thing they're telling us is there's not even that much we have to do about it. Just make little changes here and there. Be present for the people around you who are going through these things, and be of help in any way you possibly can. And that means even with the masculine while he's going through this energy with them, with this tower life experience. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to, instead of going right to the romance, I want to just feel what's earthly happening, right? Because we know these shifts are going on. So what within the 3D earthly energy is going on around us to be aware of? I mean, I don't know, feminines, are you feeling that you really have stepped into really more into our energy? That we can, yes, have our faith, be still, not so much worry. And when things are changing around us, because this is a time of change anyway. We thought things were going a certain way. Now when they're changing around us, instead of getting so upset about it, letting go of that control and allowing the messages to come through and allow that divine guidance even more so. I mean, once you give up that resistance, once you realize that you're going along and something happens, instead of getting upset over it, just right away realize, okay, there must be something better. Thank you. I'm open to receive that from the divine, okay? So, basis of the relationship with love this week, energy within the 3D is, fog. Yeah. Yes, this is for the union, veiled, right? So we're not totally knowing what the heck the next step is, right? But we're willing to see the light, recognize these messages, especially for the feminine. We're willing to do that because it's of most importance. It's going to help us the most, and having that divine come through here and being more open for it. Where the masculine with this tower energy as well, they're not going to understand as much. But thank the Lord, thank the divine, that they still have that past energy of realizing they can have a contented life and all these things can still happen. And their outcome is this king of fire, you know, focusing on it and coming through it all. So even though this fog is going on this week within love and the union and with the feminine and masculine, things will be unveiled as well. Okay? Because we're moving forward and he's not going to give up. And we are moving forward, maybe slowly, feminine, but we are moving forward and letting go of these things. And then the fog will lift. But for this week, there is some foggy stuff going on within the 3D. So the past energies to be aware of in the 3D, yes, still having it. Fire, passion, okay? We still have that passion. We still know there's that contented life. We still have that dream feminine. We still are holding on to these things, okay? Be within that. Be within that past energy. This is great past energy, okay? Fire and passion within the 3D. Even when we're in that hermit mode, and you can still have your passion. While you're making those changes, like it said, love your life. Love the life you're in now, and more love will come to you. So have that passion about everything you do. I can't say that enough. So the present energies to be aware of in the 3D, ego, communion, all right? So you're still together. It's still happening. Even though you may physically be apart, there's still that communion. And there's still these things like the eagle kind of hovers around. It's still hovering there, okay? And all of this is going to be coming to the masculine. Once he really, gets rid of that tower, all these things start to fall away. This is what's coming to him. Wisdom, insight to who he is more of, okay? And for the feminine, being open for those messages, being one with the divine to get this wisdom, the eagle eye, knowing and seeing and feeling and moving forward with that. Beautiful. Having these wishes, knowing they're going to come true, staying optimistic so that can come, so this can be to come together. So all this can balance out with this, all his emotions falling apart and falling back together, and then the feminine just staying within and knowing this can keep going. This causes a balance and this coming together in a communion, all right? And for the feminine, it's a better knowing with that eagle eye, keeping your eye focused on your wishes and staying optimistic and moving away from these challenging times and making those changes necessary for all of this energy to happen. So the future energies to be aware of in the 3D for the union is ceremony, invocation. Yeah. It's coming to us. Everything we're putting out there is coming to us through what we do, making these changes, right? Within a ceremony, but it's also, we have these rituals, we have these things we continually do, and now we are going to receive our abundance by making those changes. Right, beautiful. Wow. Through the masculine, realizing his emotions and making more objective decisions from them, and being a little more lighthearted and seeing the humor in how he was so upset. And for the feminine, it is having that play, changing all that work we do, and being a little bit more playful. And these are balanced out because you have the humor for the masculine, so not being so serious, and for the feminine, and being able to play a little bit more. All these things are coming toward us. Make the correct changes to have these things really come to us, have our abundance, and know that we can create anything. We'll be a brilliant success. That we can manifest whatever is needed. Okay? So, what might be holding the union back in the 3D this week? Ancestors, generation. So, it's still this past karmic energy. Even from our ancestors. And we know the feminine have really moved away from that, but we're still a little bit stuck with relationship, okay? And the masculine is still with a lot of karmic energy, trying to, make that big change, because this is stuff that's been through their ancestry for lifetimes. Just sticking in a relationship that wasn't necessarily good. Allowing yourself to not put yourself first and being somewhat abused. Just allowing a lot of the masculine, just allowed these karmics to just tell them what to do and make decisions for them. And so here, this is something that's really long-standing. This is what I try to say to the feminine. This is something it's been years of happening, even lifetimes. So to come away from that, it's going to take some time, but they're doing it, okay? And we are still having to clear some of that stuff too, but I feel it's based on relationship, totally, of what we felt we were being held back within, and realizing that's not going to be that way, okay? So, positive action for this week for the union is movement, yes. Flow of emotion, okay? Like a river. It's not like a, crazy, quick and moving. It's more like, gently flowing along. So the movement, realizing that it's like a river, it's going along, and there's going to be times when it's rushing, and other times when it's going to be slower, and right now it's a little bit slower, but realize there's still movement. We can, feminine, you can do anything, okay? You can have this change in your life. Take charge of your life. Make these changes, and it can go at a slower pace because we are just being that core right now and being there and holding it together. But also for the masculine, all of this emotion that's coming to you, this is helping you move forward and have this movement. And for them, it's going to be more of a rushing thing, but they also feel somewhat stuck. But it's toward, there it is, a brighter day toward the divine plan and divine timing, okay? And what we can work on within the union to help us move forward this week, yep, tsunami, wake-up call. Realize the things that are going on around us. Be open to realize all the signs, the synchronicities, and realize when the divine is trying to guide us. Allow this, because it's going to then be this big push, like a tsunami. And with that tower and life experience, yeah, there's going to be a lot of emotion for the masculine, like a tsunami. It's just coming to the surface, but it is guided. So be within it, masculine. Feminine, you're having your wake-up calls as well by seeing everything that's going on. I keep saying, look at everything as a sign. Right now, everything is a sign to help us move a little bit quicker, because we will be a brilliant success, right? And the masculine, all this stuff is coming to the surface, so don't hold back your emotion. So the energy that the divine is surrounding us with for this week, harmony, music. They're trying to help us balance out, right? So having all that emotion for the masculine is going to help them then, okay, wait a second. This is what they're wanting. They're wanting me to really get in there, feel it, get upset, be about it, and then make those better decisions. Get back in your head and make that, in that masculine way, make those better decisions and come into that king of fire to focus, 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 to move forward for that beautiful balance. And for the feminine, is for us to balance out as well. We're going to sit within a kind of a masculine energy as this core, but also make little changes here and there within our feminine of releasing any fears of being held back, because we will not be, okay, in this relationship, in this union. And the outcome energies to be aware of, volcano, volatility. So that fire, that change, okay? Everything releasing, flowing out, and then the calm. So that's definitely for the masculine. And then with the feminine, it's just sitting within, recognizing the things that are going on that might be volatile, trying to stay calm within that, because this is a very emotional time, okay? So the outcome energies are these explosions of creativity, of this passion that we have, right? And being able to, be that leader and communicate. This is also, communication is going to just come out, okay? Come out, yeah. So that communication we're going to be stepping away from, because the outcome we are going to have that hangman, but that is just temporary. So outcome from that hangman is everything coming out. Really, like I said, this is a time of detox. And this is within the earth energies as well. So there's going to be some volatility, some things going on emotionally within the earth shift for us to be aware of, and what we're stepping into and realizing. Okay. So now we'll go on to the romance for this week. Okay, so even for this, coming to me for this volatility, you know, it's in the 3D, right? For us to be aware of. And so, like I just said, it's just a breakthrough, right? Just coming out, slowing out. Passion and fire coming through. After that, pause and the focus, 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 right? And the masculine coming more into his divine masculine, like I've been saying. Accepting it. Through that balancing out. Okay. So the base of the relationship with love this week for romance. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Right? Right. What I've been saying. So for the masculine, don't give up, stay there. And this is a time where we're really, once again, sitting there figuring out what we want. That's part of with the feminine as well. Focus on what you desire within the relationship. Try not to think about or remember or rehash what you've had in the past. Okay? So clearly decide what you want emotionally, even physically within this union and this relationship. So it can come to you. So let go of any of that. Masculine, stay focused, right? Don't give up. Even though you're not seeing everything that's going on because of that veil, the fog that's going on right now within your emotions, stay clear on what you want so it can happen. Past energies surrounding us with romance this week is reconciliation. Yes. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Yes. Slowly but surely, right? It's happening. He's returning. The divine masculine is returning. He's stepping more into his masculine energy and realizing what he wants and that the feminine, what the relationship is and what the union is all about, right? Having that passion, realizing that contented life they want, that it can happen. And the feminine being that dreamer, right? It's all still there for that reconciliation, knowing that this is happening. So it's coming forward from, so these are beautiful past energies that are still surrounding us, helping us out. So the present energies for this week is unrequited love. Yes, let go of everything that's not serving you for this communion, right? This is the karmic energy, all the emotions, everything this tower, this life experience that's falling away, it's still happening, okay? Masculine is still walking away from that karmic energy. This week, it's a lot of emotions falling away and this rebirth for him. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry for these karmic energies anymore to keep them going. And that's what's falling away for him with that life experience. And for the feminine, it's letting go of anything that's stopping us from keeping our wishes coming true, right? So focus on what you desire. Every time you start to think of something negative or what you don't want, let that go. Cancel, clear, delete that. Focus on what you desire so it can come to you. So we're, once again, letting go, stripping things away this week when it comes to love and our idea of it and any of that karmic energy surrounding the love. So the future energy surrounding us this week, passion. Yes, we're still stepping into that passion, right? So it's throughout this reading. So we're keeping the passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Right? And that's on top of that, you know, invocation ceremony. Yeah. Allowing yourself to be open for this joy, this happiness. Right? So the clearing away all that no longer serves you, the future energies, right? Seeing the humor in the situation. Yeah. Having a little bit more fun and joy, but keeping that passion. So they are clearing that way, that karmic. When that tower comes down and all those emotions are coming up and all this stuff is going on, they're going to come more to a balance and let go of those karmic energies still. And then be able to keep your passion. That's the one emotion that's of utmost importance, right? That passion. Make those changes feminine, right? So you can invoke and bring in the more passion as well. What might be holding us back in the 3D romantic-wise for the union this week? Separation, yeah. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, yeah. So even though there may not be as much communication, there is going to be some separation there because of where the feminine is right now and where the masculine is right now and having to work on himself and all that's going on karmically falling away for him. There may not be as much communication, but also, once again, I keep saying separating from anything that does not serve us, okay? And realizing that this is happening, that separation is happening. So for the feminine, the way we have remembered the masculine to be, realize that's going away. There's that change too. So make that change in the way that you see the masculine to be and what's been going on in his 3D illusion, right? And separate from any negativity of that, knowing that you're moving forward and focusing more on what you desire, right? And so for the masculine as well, separating from any of that ancestral karma that's going on, realizing it, realizing you are forging a new way, a new path, a new life for yourself. So separate from any of those negative energies. And also, there's going to be some separation, not as much communication, but no, all of this is being worked out and worked on. especially in the 3D, with all this tumultuous stuff going on, sometimes, you know, the masculine keeps it to himself when he's going through all this because he does not necessarily know how to communicate it, right? All right, so what positive action we can take this week is children. Your love life is being affected by children. So having that. Okay, on top of that, movement away from any guilt or being upset about children. Yes, your children. Physical children, yes. Also, your inner child, right? And that's what I said was with that 3 of air was, this great sadness. Take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others, okay? So this is part of it, too, with your children. Take time to heal. Any of the masculine having to walk away from the idea of not being with their children as much because they're separating from any karmic energy. And forgiving all of this. And forgive yourself from anything that has gone on in your life surrounding your children, surrounding this karmic energy. Because most of the time it's like that card, volatile in a way. Not getting along, not having a good relationship, and the children being a part of that and seeing that. Also, not so much being good to yourself, your inner child as well. And for the feminine, and it's movement, you know, this is good movement. And it doesn't have to go quickly or slowly, but that's part of the tower coming down, is this realizing that things will be better off for your children when you step into this beautiful, wonderful love and union, and showing them that, you know, this unconditional love exists for them to go out and find. And for the feminine, it's, you know, taking charge of your life, going within again and being good to yourself while being that hermit as well. So you can be good to others and yourself at the same time. Like I keep saying, when you help others, you're helping yourself, and you're also going to receive those messages to help heal any more of this stuff we have going on with the inner child, which is also about relationships, like I've been saying. So it's good movement for that. And so what we can do to help us move forward this week, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, realizing this, okay? That wake-up call, right? All this going on, that wake-up call within the 3D of the tower coming down and, you know, the world, that we can do anything. Yeah, this is our ascension. This is an ascension week by far. For the masculine, emotionally. For the feminine, not being as emotional, right? So there's that other balance that's trying to happen, that the masculine's got to be a little more emotional this week, while the feminine is a bit less within this union, because our ascension is having, and we're going to a higher level of commitment. Okay? That's the changes that are coming to us. Right. And the energies that the divine are surrounding us with this week, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So being more balanced, enjoying the time that we have to ourselves, and realizing that soon this time will be a wonderful time together because we're working on all this. That harmony, that balance. Enjoy the balance that we're coming into with our masculine and feminine within, and more of a balance in return with the masculine and feminine within the union in the physical 3D, because everything is being worked out in divine timing, and you're moving toward this better home and foundation. So enjoy. They want us to try to enjoy this time by being, like I said, being more playful, not so much work, you know. All right. Surrounding us with that good news, right? Enjoying the good news that's coming to them for working through all of that, and for us when we're going within and having more spiritual growth, enjoying this time. Within, knowing this union is even closer to coming together, because all these energies are being worked out even within the 3D, the shift that's going on with the earth right now toward a more emotionally release and detox, to come to more of a loving aspect. Like more of our unconditional love will be received, because a lot of this stuff is being washed away. All right, so The outcome energies to be aware of this week for the, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So the outcome energies is realizing that we do not need to depend on one another. There's volatility, right? These things are going to be happening, going on, and then we step into this. The feminine is alone right now, but we're not necessarily waiting on the masculine, okay? We're releasing and changing those things. And that's what they're urging us to do. Our overall outcome is step away from any of those things that keep us from realizing that we are whole. We do not need the masculine to be whole. We are whole within ourselves, and then it becomes whole together. We are a complement to one another, okay? We do not need one another, and we do not need things. We desire them. So like I keep saying, look toward that, look toward that desires instead of needs or what you don't want. What do you desire? And that opening up, that volatility or that volcano of things just coming to the surface and coming out is that outcome energy as well. Things are coming out while taking that time to go within and realize, there are certain things that I was doing and I'm going to make those changes. So it's no longer that comfort zone, right? That might necessarily be good for either one of us, right? And focusing for the masculine, focusing more on your masculine energy and being less addicted to these karmic energies that were more somewhat comforting, maybe being fearful of being that leader, being on your own. So you stayed in these relationships, but you can be on your own and be whole because you're fixing all these emotions, fixing your feminine to balance you out, and so you can be whole, just like the feminine's fixing her masculine this week in a way by just being still and being strong and being less emotional to help others. And in the end, all these, that what we were used to and addicted to, we're walking away from, okay? All this is coming to the surface in the 3D. It's working itself out. It's balancing out, and we're walking away from this into the divine, more divine masculine energy, and into being more, not knowledgeable, but knowing, into our knowing. There it is. Into our knowing. And here we have it right here. You have the yin and yang and that balance, right? So we're balancing, right? Okay. All right. So now I wanted to go to wisdom. Whoa. Well, there you go. For the masculine and a bit of wisdom for the feminine. Because right now we're having some trouble with that fogginess of what's supposed to come from this week and what's going on in the world and what's going on with us. So for the masculine, it is illusion. Embrace the truth. Okay? So working through any of those 3D illusions, the karmic energies, and embrace the truth. The truth is you are a leader. You are the divine masculine. You do have these abilities. Okay? So even though all these emotions are coming and they're falling apart and everything in the 3D seems to be like it's coming apart, and then that unrequited love, there's no more attachment to this karmic energy, and you're moving toward us, but you're not feeling us have this energy coming back. It's not happening fast enough. It's not working fast enough. But now you're wanting to balance, right? So you're not in need of a relationship. You desire the relationship. So embrace the truth that all this other stuff is just illusion. The truth is you're the divine masculine, and the feminine is a part of your union. You want to come into union. All that is real is love, right? Like they say in these cards. All right. And so for the feminine, bit of wisdom for this week is go with the flow. Let things happen. That's what I've been saying. So you just open up and let these things happen around you and go with the flow with them. You are that core right now, so you are the one that's able to balance. Whenever it's going off balance, you're the one that's going to be balancing it. And it's beautiful because it is going to help you move forward. Going with that flow, having the flow of energy, flow of emotion, but staying that core. Very, very nice. Okay, so for true love cards, because we're having some of this fog and not as much communication. For the masculine, what he wants to say, and for the feminine, what they want to put around. Right. Creativity. Yes, being more creative with your idea of a relationship. And realizing, what do you want as well? For this true love. What does the union look like to you? And it's moving toward all that. It's like really co-creating, right? You're co-creating with the divine and with the feminine by taking this time and all of these emotions and realizing all those things to help you get up off the ground and move forward toward this door, toward the union where all your abundance and your chakras are aligned. So this week is about that, keeping that creativity, not giving up, healing whatever needs to be healed with that sadness, realizing all those emotions and know that they're falling away because they're no longer serving you. They don't have that attachment to you anymore, right? Okay. This is within the true love of the union. So the masculine, now feminine, we know he's becoming more of the creator of his world, of this union, because he's dealing with the divine more. He's getting more into emotion. He's allowing this karmic energy to flow away. He's allowing the illusion of the 3D to go away. And he's embracing the truth of this union and the truth that the divine is sending to him in order to co-create. Beautiful. So, with the true love for the feminine is maturity. Yes. Which is that balance as well. Okay? So, we are becoming more masculine, holding on to our dreams and having, and dealing with it in a more mature manner, which in return gets the masculine to step into that as well. So, the more we do this, the more we are able to help others with their emotion, the way we've been working so hard on their emotion, is that we mature and we ascend, right? Within this union. We become more, and it's not saying in control, but more of a guide for all of it, because we're open to receive the messages from the divine. And we're maturing toward the union. Beautiful. Going with the flow, getting those messages from the divine, and maturing with the union. All right, so I'm feeling like that we're stepping into even like this volatility. It's almost like a rebellious energy that we go through in order to be on this journey, to be the divine masculine, divine feminine. And so I have these new cards, Sacred Rebels by Alana Fairchild, whom I love because she does rituals within the book and healings. So it's what I wanted to do for you all, because this is a time of real healing to help us. I also would like to probably for this week do a healing for the union as a collective, so you could see the spiritual light healing that I do for Ascension as a collective, because I believe it's needed now because of that veil, and to help us realize what to heal within our union as the collective in order to help with that earth change, and then for the feminine to keep that core, and for the masculine to keep working on that tower energy coming down. Okay, so for the masculine, we got, ironically enough, what do you feel? Okay? And it's a number 9. So what it's saying is this is part of the ending of this karmic energy, is getting in there and recognizing, what do you feel? Okay? So I want to do this for the masculine. There are many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created. There's that creativity, right? Only you. Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. Wow, this is what I was talking about, right, masculine? That some of you just allowed these relationships to happen and let the female guide you and do all that. You're at a crossroads in your journey, and the choices you make at this time, even simply choosing to do things a little differently, without much drama associated with the decision, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter your life. Okay, so the healing process is close your eyes and relax. Rest your open palms facing upwards on your legs. Imagine that you have a ball of light in each hand. If you find it hard to visualize or feel, you may prefer to draw this process in your journal instead. Okay, so feminine, you can do this as well, right? So close your eyes, relax. You can do this with the intention for the masculine. Open palms facing upwards on your legs. Imagine that you have a ball of light in each hand. Okay? Focus on one ball of light first. What color or colors does it feel like? What feelings, words, symbols, or qualities does it have? How heavy or light is it? How substantial? What do you feel about it? Do you like it? Turn your attention to the second ball. Repeat the investigation and exploration. When you're ready, choose one. There's no wrong or right choice, just whatever captures your attention, energy, or heart most at this moment. The other may be there waiting for you later on if it needs be, or it might be easily released if that most serves your life path and creative journey. This is beautiful. All right, when you have finished, simply say, my choices flow easily from my heart, and I tread my path with certainty, and grace always within the merciful protection of unconditional love. So be it. When you're ready, open up your eyes. You have completed the healing process. Beautiful. Okay. Woo, I just got chills on that one. This is major. This is going to help him step into his masculine energy more. The divine masculine energy, making that choice to do so on a level. Okay? Ha! This is unbelievable, everyone. I had a feeling, you know, these cards really spoke to me, resonated. And so I was like, all right, I'm getting them, I'm using them. Okay. Listening for truth. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there is little evidence of how it's all going to happen. There it is, like I've been saying, realize the masculine is going to step into the masculine, keep our dreams going, right? You are the truth seeker. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others comfortable. You're meant to be an agitator at times, that they're volatile, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. You don't necessarily have to say a word, right? Though sometimes you will. Often you will agitate in the most loving sense by unveiling truth simply through your knowings. This oracle brings you guidance. If you have been worn down and depressed by the lies, gossip, deceit, or backstabbing going on around you, don't fret. Get out in nature and spend some time communing with the infinite. There's that communion with the infinite. Healing will come to you now. Wow. Okay. These are all going together. Divinely guided, right? Place your hand very lightly at the front and back of your throat and say, I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or not. I now release all lies, deceptions, and painful words, spoken or unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love, with protection and grace. So be it. Beautiful. You finished the healing process. You might like to say this as well, to anchor it. When I said we're like that core, we're that anchor right now, and within truth as well. Within me, beyond me, all that rises and falls, only truth remains. Within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. Wow. This is going to help the masculine as well with that tower. You know, if we stay within this energy, within this truth of art, making changes and realizing what to do, this will help the masculine as well. Okay, so let's do a message from the masculine to the feminine. Only one, a message from the feminine to the masculine. Sorry if this reading's long, but I really wanted to get some stuff out there because that veil, that fog, this is really truly helping us. It's helping me even. Okay, so from the masculine to the feminine, there it is again. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care, right? So at this time, I'm feeling that even if you're not in communication, like just really be that core, be supportive, put that love out there, and know that they are having an emotional time. They're going to have that tower, so they just need you in your feminine energy to be supportive, to send out that love, maybe even send out a message or two. It never hurts. Even if you don't, no expectation in return, if you don't hear in return, it still is put out there. When you put it out there, a person is aware of it now, even if they don't reply, okay? Because they're going through a lot right now. And it's good because it's ascension. So we want that to happen. So even if he doesn't have time to communicate, he's just saying, please just be supportive and realize I'm going through a lot. And your support helps me. And from the feminine to the masculine, be willing to express love. When you express love, we begin to receive more love. So what the feminine is saying as well is if you're all these emotions, be willing as well to express love. Love toward yourself and toward your life and everything around you. Even though you're going through this time, it's a healing. Okay, that love is healing. You will receive more love and more healing. All right, what else do I want to give you? All right, let's do a crystal, and then, because I don't like to drag it up, but I wanted to do this a little bit differently, and I'm so glad I used those Rebel cards, because they are wonderful, and it's part of a healing. I like having that healing ritual. So even though you're getting a weekly reading, there's also a bit of healing. This happens with the crystals as well. So for the masculine, we always get like the same ones, but it's good because you can keep using them. You keep using them. Okay, Brandenburg Amethyst, the perfect blueprint. A master healer, the Brandenburg Amethyst holds the perfect blueprint of your soul and all that is. It heals physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, planetary, and ancestral auric layers and imprints the most perfect energetic pattern possible. Very nice with that ancestral help, with the environment, with all the karmic and their emotional. You're a being of pure consciousness and are wonderful just the way you are. Embrace the clarity of your core being. Let go of mental constructs, karmic imprints, soul imperatives, and relationships that no longer serve. Heal the past. Reframe previous choices that you have made in your life. Oh, wow. And take a new pathway to step into your soul purpose and expand higher dimensions of your soul. Okay, so with that, making that decision towards your path, right? This is going to help with that. This is helping with everything in the reading. You are perfect exactly as you are in the present moment. Step onto your soul path and siege your future with potential. Yes, go to that king of fire, right? Be that leader. Self-discipline and clear focus, right? That king of fire. Bring your dreams to fruition. Aim for the highest. Very nice. All right, masculine. This is definitely feminine. This would be a great one to have for your masculine. With that intention, have it. All right. And for the feminine, we got, which is very nice. I love this one. Very nice. Citrine. Abundance. A stone of joy and abundance. Citrine helps you to interact creatively with the world. It promotes inner calm. That's going to help us be that core, right? You spend too much time worrying about home, family, and finances. Remember, you are an abundant being who manifests what you need. That was in our cards, right? The star, the world, brilliant success. All right. You are an innocent, wise child who yearns to play. There's that play. Joyful play creates a wonderful world. Be grateful, for you are blessed. Accept constructive criticism, right? Yes, accept the messages from around you. Become emotionally balanced, letting feelings flow naturally. Where's that go with the flow, right? Let it flow. Take time out for joyful play. Self-regard heals a damaged child. Abundance is all around you. You attract success and prosperity. Stop worrying. Be optimistic and allow life to happen. Trust your intuition, yes, and perception. Consult the wise child within. Your thoughts on the bigger picture are correct. If there is family discord, harmony is restored through praise. There's that harmony all around. Wow, these are amazing this week. I really did not know how this reading was going to go because just everything felt so stagnant, but this is so helpful. I hope it's helping you as well. Okay, so there's that. All right, I think we're good. I will, oh, forget. I'm going to keep going. Sorry, guys. I just love the spirit animals, okay? Just kind of focus on it. It's kind of fun, you know? It's another thing to just think of, or like a synchronicity. If you see it over and over again, it'll remind you what it means. So here's the last part, I promise. Okay. Wow. For the masculine, Blue Jay, choice. There's the choice. Making those choices to move away from the karmic. Blue Jay. Focus on the Blue Jay. And feminine, focus on the Blue Jay for the masculine. Go up close. And so this will help them make better choices, move away from that karmic energy, and choose to be in their divine masculine energy. Very nice. See, there's always a reason I'm called to do these things, because it keeps showing us over and over again. And so for the feminine, we get, yes, woodpecker. New rhythm. Like I said, that change. Make those changes. Step into a new rhythm. Try some new things so change can happen around you. All right? You can't see the woodpecker. That's pretty good. All right, everyone. Okay. So once again, I would like to possibly be able, if I have time willing and divine time willing, to do a healing for the collective, the union as a collective, to really help all this move forward and that veil to be taken away and that fog, all right? So masculine is asking for support from the feminine, even if we don't hear from him, to realize that he's going through a time of healing from this karmic energy. He's moving away from it even more and more, away from any of that ancestral karmic energy, and he's stepping more into his divine masculine energy as that overall outcome, even though it might be a little bit volatile in the process for him, but it's going to be a very passionate movement. And for the feminine, we're letting the masculine know, you know, as you're going through all these emotions, focus on love as well, okay? So more love will come to you. And we are realizing that we have major arcana this week, and it's all about being in that core and being within and being still in order to realize we can make anything happen we want. All our dreams can come true. We will have brilliant success once we come out of these energies from the divine of real, you know, receiving messages and helping others so we can move forward. These are amazing crystals to work with, also the healings that we did. So I'm very, very happy with this reading. I hope it helps you, it resonates. Thank you as always for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and especially donating. Thank you, and to all of my clients. Love working with you. Anyone wants a reading or wants to know some stuff here, just reach out to me, please, okay? Because I really want to help heal all of this, because it helps all of us move forward as a collective. So until you see me again through hopefully that healing, take care, share the love.